Okay, so here's all the chain rule variants, right? Now, for this video, since it's a Calc 1 video, you probably don't know what ln is, probably haven't seen e either, and I'm pretty sure teacher's not going to be as mean as, well, my teacher wasn't mean. Well, I'm pretty sure teacher's not going to be that mean and make you do tan inverse, right? You probably won't see tan inverse till Calc 2. You may see this, though, but it's actually just going to be the same thing as this, okay? In fact, I would say that these examples I'm going to do should cover everything in general. Good night. Okay, kind of filming something. Okay, so first off, if you do this one, if you just think about it, yeah, you could actually just multiply this out and then take a derivative of a polynomial, right? It wouldn't be that terrible, it wouldn't be that bad. And you could, but why don't you use the chain rule to do everything really fast? Okay, so just like a regular derivative, pretend that this is just a number or just one variable. So then you would just take this derivative like it was like a normal polynomial, right? Except you do have this inner, and all you're going to see is that we take the derivative of that inner later on. Okay, so it's come down, the 2 is going to come down like always, and you're going to keep the inside the same, you're not going to touch it, and then you're going to minus something from the 2 at the top, you're going to minus 1 from the top, so 2 minus 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, not negative 1, and then you're going to take this inner derivative, which is just going to be 3. So it's going to be 6 3x plus 2. Now, since you maybe don't believe me, I'll show you real quick. 3x plus 2 squared, that is the same thing as 9x squared plus 4 plus, it's going to be 12x, right? And then let's call this equal to f of x. So now if we take the derivative of this and find f prime x, I'm arguing that's going to be the same thing as this. So let's see. 18x plus 12. Okay, let's see. This is 18x plus 12. See, they're exactly the same. Except, wasn't this a lot faster? Imagine if this was imagine if this was 3 or 4 or 5. That's when you want to use the chain rule, okay? Okay, let's do another example. Okay, 8's a constant. You can keep it out there. Okay, we're going to take the derivative of sine. So it's going to be cosine, and we're going to keep the inside. The inside is 2x. We're going to keep it the same. And then we're going to take the derivative of the inside, okay? The derivative of 2x is what? It's just 2. So this is going to become 16 cosine 2x. That's all, right? Okay, next one. Now this is going to be the hard example. This will be the hardest one. And if your teacher puts something on like sine, 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 sine on your final, don't freak out. Just tell them that was stupid, right? Because I know how to take the chain rule. You're just forcing me to do it 100 times over. In fact, right now, before you even do it, I want you to comment. Say, how many times do you think you're going to have to take a derivative? Okay, so comment how many times you think you have to take a derivative. Okay, so first, let's start with the sine. You're going to take the derivative of sine. So it's going to be cosine. And then everything here is going to be the same. So it's going to be cosine 2x. So it's the same. But then now it's going to be times this. It's going to be d dx of cosine 2x. Okay. So what's that? Okay, so now we have cosine 2x. And now we have, hey, tonight's a terrible night for recording. For some reason my screen stops recording, and look, it stopped again. Okay. So it's going to be cosine 2x in here. Right, so I'm just rewriting this part, and then we're going to take the derivative of this. Right, so if we take the derivative of this, what's it going to be? Okay, so you take the derivative of cosine, it's going to be negative sine. And then you got to take the derivative of this inner, like we did for this one. So it's going to be 2, negative 2 sine 2x. Let's write it. -2 sine 2x. So that's your answer. There you go. If you want to make it look a little bit nicer, write it like this. Put the different term, right? These are cosines. Keep them together. Put the sign on the front. Make it look nicer. Right? Cosine 2x. Okay. Now, I don't know. Do you believe me or not? Well, let's see. Let's see if I'm correct. -2 sine 2x cosine 2x. -2 sine 2x, right? Cosine 2x. So I am correct, right? Now, when you deal with these things, sometimes it's better to do what I did right here. Take a break and write d dx cosine 2x. So you know what to do instead of forgetting a step, right? Sometimes these things will get really long. So instead of actually trying to take that derivative in your head, just write d dx and then remember to take it again the next time, right? Consider subscribing and liking if you found this video interesting or helpful. Leave a comment. Just leave any comment, just so I could, get this video pushed up in the algorithm.